Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your reading for August 9th through the 15th. My name is Kate. This is the Starseed Report. If you are new here, bleh, welcome to the channel. I am happy that you are here. We do have an eclipse coming up next week. That just changes all sorts of energy, and a lot of themes have been coming out this week for all of the signs. We're going to look at your sign. This goes for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, wherever you are being activated. And of course, check your other placements to see if maybe those things are a little more in alignment with who you are. Let's get going. Best energy for Gemini. All right. King of Swords. That's awesome. That is you coming into this reading, an air sign person who sees things very clearly. It is you. You are coming in as a master of self. Temperance is the energy that is before you, covering you, crossing you, kind of the speed bump you got to get through. Ace of Cups here as the basis. Judgment in your recent past. Seven of Pentacles as a potential. Get all these guys lined up. This guy's been coming out a lot for the other signs as well. The Devil coming out in your future. We'll talk about him. Eight of Pentacles in your negative feelings. Nine of Pentacles in your external factors. Hopes and wishes. Emperor. Beautiful. And you've got the Empress as your outcome. Yowza. That's beautiful. All right, I'm going to pull a clarifier on that Devil just to begin with, and we are getting Justice. And we have the Magician. Wow, lots of major arcana coming out all of a sudden on the bottom of the deck. Let's walk through this Celtic cross, talk about all of the archetypes of these cards and how they are playing together, because that will tell us the full story. We have to understand where they are in the placement of the Celtic cross. I read the Celtic cross slightly different than other people, but it was the way I was taught, and it's the way it works for me. So take me or leave me. King of Swords, that's you, like I said, in your power, seeing things very clearly, mastering your mind, mastering your thoughts, mastering your vision, seeing things clearly, and maybe using a few very sharp words with people around you. That's great, though. I think it's great energy for you to be in. And then your challenge this week is the Temperance card, the card of patience, the card of alchemy. The Temperance angel is changing base metal into gold. He's turning water into wine. He is juggling the sun and the moon. He's dealing with big energies, but he's transmuting things. He's taking things from one thing into another thing. It's the card of the alchemist. Temperance is patience, because he knows that spirit is more effective at making things happen than physical work. That's your challenge this week. To be patient and know that your spiritual powers are even more powerful than your mind. I think it's going to be really good for you. Basis of the reading is a new heart-based journey, a new relationship coming in. Very, very interesting, because we have both the Emperor and the Empress over here in our hopes and wishes and in our outcome. And then we get the Ace of Cups coming as the basis for this reading. This could be a new relationship coming in, a deepening of the relationship you already have. But this is the Ace. This is the start. This is the spark of a new heart-based journey. And if it has to do with other people around you, beautiful. But it's really about your heart and what lights you up and what makes you feel love for yourself and love for others, because everybody on the outside of you is a reflection of aspects of you. So this is really all about your heart and how your heart feels. Foundationally, on the bottom of the deck, we get the Magician. This is focused energy that creates whatever you want. It is a message saying that basically you have everything that you could ever want in order to create the future that you desire. That's pretty awesome, because when we look at the future and look at what the future is that you desire, you have the Emperor and the Empress, which is extremely powerful. So I would just say that the Magician is here to tell you to set your sights high, to focus higher than you have been focusing, because infinity is available to you. You can have whatever you want. In your recent past, you have the Judgment card. The Judgment card to me is, it's like spirit filling in the blanks. It is a card of rebirth, of changing who you are. but it's a card of Spirit moving in your life to solve problems that you didn't even know that you had, to fill in the blanks for you. It's the second to the last card in the major arcana, and it's like Spirit carrying you across the finish line kind of energy. This is something that's recently happened for you, where you've just gone through this rebirth, a new version of yourself that is carrying you to a new experience. I think that brought you back to yourself with the King of Swords there. We have more energy to talk about, though. Your potential is the Seven of Pentacles. Everybody talks about this card as the is it worth it card. And it is kind of consideration of has it been worth it. But look at the root system on that plant. There's a lot there. There is a lot there. But the plant hasn't grown all that much. But honestly, you just got repotted. And I don't know if you've ever gone through the experience of potting plants. And you take a plant that's growing into, I've got one outside, he's popping in my head right now, screaming at me, please repot me. The roots get a little root bound and they're kind of tangled up and growing all over the place. And you need to put them in a bigger pot. And as soon as you put them in the bigger pot, they stop growing leaves. You know why? Because they're focused on growing the root system to take advantage of the soil that's there. This is a card of strong root system so that the plant can grow. But you're in a consideration phase. You're considering the work that you've been doing. I think it's the work that you've been doing on yourself, honestly. And you're considering whether or not it has been worth it. And here, I think Spirit is telling you that it has been worth it. But we need to go from the King of Swords, which you're coming in with, which is beautiful energy of mastery of self, into mastering much more than that with the Emperor and the Empress. This is an up-leveling kind of reading. This is taking you from a place where you went through a rebirth into real strong energy of yourself. But your future has my least favorite card in the whole deck, the Devil, right before you. So seductive, isn't he? Doesn't he look beautiful? Those eyes, the golden hair. This is a card of seduction, of temptation, of you being invited to give away your power. You just got your power. You're King of Swords. You're in your own energy, mastering it. And this guy comes along saying, give up your power and I'll give you something else. You have to decide how you answer this person. This can come in as a job offer. That's more money than you've ever thought you could ever make. It's seductive. It has, and logically speaking, it is telling you everything that you could ever want. On paper, this job looks perfect. On paper, this new relationship looks perfect. This person comes from a good family, has good money, drives a nice car, is in this country club. List out all of the ways that somebody can look good on paper, but if your heart isn't in it, and the call here is for a heart-based journey, a new heart-based journey, this guy's going to come in and ask you to give up your power and to give up your heart-based journey in trade for something else. And we're getting, as a clarifier, the Justice card. And the Justice card is about balance. It's win-win-win for everyone. It's going to seem like a seductive win-win-win for everyone. But I want you to stay in your heart and I want you to stay in your power, because that is the answer to the devil. When you are in your heart and your power and you know who you really are, you see through this and you understand what a seductive paper tiger it really is. I got a job offer, pulled this exact same card, this exact same piece of paper, and asked, what do I need to know about this job? And I get this offer, and it's more money than I've ever received in my life. And it was the worst job I ever had. And I got tied to this guy. I got tied to him for 2 years because I couldn't figure out what to do next. But the money was so good. How do I give up the money? The money was seductive. And honestly, leaving that job was it was kind of a tower moment type of thing, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. He's going to make it seem like, oh, I'm giving you a win-win-win for everyone. But the win-win-win that you must stay adherent to, not there, it's with your own power and your own heart. And that's what Spirit's asking you to do. 8 of Pentacles and your negative feelings, learning new things, working on your craft, being focused on the things that are important to you in your pentacle world. And I think you might be just a little bit tired doing it because you have that Seven of Pentacles here where you're looking at it saying, I don't know if this is worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if I want to move on to the Eight of Pentacles. It's right here in your negative feelings, and you are feeling like you don't want to work on this. And so you're not in your power if you don't think you can move from there to here. That is you giving up your power, and that's where this guy gets his power. When you can look at this and say, I can make this grow. I can make this happen. I'm not going to give up just yet. I'm going to try one more thing. That's when you stay in your power. And this guy has no power because you made the decision. You made the commitment. But I would stay in your heart. Go with your heart. You're going to see things clearly. When you're the King of Swords moving into the Devil, you see him for what he is. The energy around you is extremely supportive with the Nine of Pentacles and your external factors. This is the card of financial independence. There is something around you that really does give you this bountiful journey of having everything but one pentacle, having financial independence, having a harvest. It is pre-Empress energy, and that energy is around you. So you need to look around, King of Swords, stay in that energy and look around. And when you see this, your heart's going to light up. You're going to feel it, and you're going to know what that thing is around you. You desire to become the Emperor. You desire to go from the King of Swords where you are right now into Emperor energy, where you are the master of not just your mind and yourself, but your money, your business, your relationships, your experience, your health. This guy is the authority of his own life and the authority of many other people's lives. This is boss energy. You desire this. You want to be the boss. I think you want to be the entrepreneur. You want to be the boss. You are tired of working for someone else. And here's an offer. Come work for me and I'll make everything easier for you. This is kind of an entrepreneur's type of journey with this entire experience because King of Swords is very entrepreneurial as well. He sees things, makes good decisions. And the Nine of Pentacles is financial independence. That is being financially independent and not having to work for someone else. This could be you desiring to become the emperor or you desiring to have an emperor over you. It's your hopes and wishes, emperor energy. I would just be really careful because you have a temptation. So if your temptation is to give away your power to another boss figure and to have an emperor rule over you, you lose your power. If your temptation is to stay in your own power, if that is your motivation, that wouldn't really be a temptation. If your motivation is to stay in your own power, to be the entrepreneur, because you have that energy and your external factors, to stay in your own heart and do the work that you're passionate and you feel good about, then you become the emperor of your own life. Your outcome is the empress. So if you become the emperor of your own life, the empress is the person who is birthing a whole new life magically. She goes into her garden and waves a magic wand, and everything is easy for the empress. Everything is easy for the emperor. He has other people that do the work for him. Empress, it just happens. It just all happens for her. She's birthing an entirely new world for herself. Now, this could be a relationship, but honestly, for me, I feel like you became an entrepreneur and it's really, really hard and you're wondering whether or not it is all worth it. And this guy's coming in to say, you know, if you came and worked for me, you'd get a steady paycheck and that would make everything so much easier for you. But there's something more that you desire. If you desire a boss, I mean, this could be interpreted as you desire the boss, but you need to really focus, I think, on Empress energy, your heart, because she's the queen of all of the suits. She's the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands wrapped all into one. She makes magic happen everywhere. That is your outcome. You've got the Magician on the bottom of the deck. You have everything that you need to create the life that you want. Infinity on his hood. You do not have to give up your power for anything. You have been reborn. It just right now doesn't seem like it's worth it. And so then this guy comes in and he's like, I can make it worth it. I can make it easier for you. And you have doing the work on your craft, Eight of Pentacles, and your negative feelings. I think you might just be like tired, a little bit tired in this entrepreneurial type of journey. But Spirit's asking you, stay in your heart. Let's get here. You have everything that you need. You have your external environment ready to help you become the entrepreneur. Alchemize things. This is the key. This card here, the crossing card, is the key. Master temperance, master your patience, and master your ability to transmute things. That's where you get the root system that grows. That's where you get the emperor and the empress as you rather than someone else. I have had a long career. I've been an entrepreneur. I have had W-2 employment jobs. And I'm going to tell you, I am jaded, so this is all coming through my filters because of this guy. I have had jobs where they flew me first class all over the world. I have had jobs where I've made a lot of money. I have had great jobs that were lots of fun. And I have had some really terrible bosses. And it didn't matter how fun the job was if the boss was this guy. So I'm jaded. You're going to have to take it with your own filters and what feels right for you. Your heart's going to tell you more than I'm going to tell you. This whole reading is an exercise in your intuition more than it is my intuition. You have to look at all of this and decide whether or not this reading is yours and whether or not my interpretation of it fits for you right now. I just want you to stay in your own power. And I'm going to have to read through my own experience. And don't give up your power. Aim for balance. Aim for your win as well as everybody else's win. And I would aim for the long-term win. And yes, you can do it. That's the biggest problem with being an entrepreneur is you second guessing yourself and guessing that you can't do something or that you don't want to do something or that it's too hard. But the magician is telling you, you have everything that you need for whatever you want. Infinity. You just have to focus. All right. Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. Beautiful to come through as a clarifier. Ace of Pentacles is the start of a new financial journey. You have the start of a new heart-based journey and the start of a new financial journey. Yes. Only you're going to know what the right answer is, though. I can't give that to you. I can tell you that Spirit's saying, here, your heart has the answer. Your desire has the answer. And temperance has the answer. Such a good reading. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a change in passions. Fives are all about change. And this card is denoting sort of chaos and competition all around you. Things are going in all these different directions. It's a lot of like chaotic energy and disorganized energy. And the change, because fives are all about change, is to bring in more passion, more excitement about what it is that you're doing, because the excitement, the Wands suit itself, the change in the passion is what changes everything and gets things more organized so that everything is focused towards what you need to get done. It's not that you have to work harder. You feel negative about doing the work on your craft. That's in your negative feelings. This reading is not about working harder. This reading is about focus, alchemizing things, and bringing in more passion. And that's when the magic starts happening and your world starts reflecting magic back to you. All right, one more clarifier here. Such beauty. I love it when the clarifiers come out and they're so beautiful. If this is your reading, drop me a heart down below. And if you're still here, like the video if you're getting some out of it. I appreciate it. I don't do this. I'm not getting paid for this. So, oh my God. But you're getting paid. Good Lord. How funny that that's the last clarifier that comes out as I mentioned about not getting paid for something. That's so funny. You're getting the 10 of Pentacles. This is your financial future. This is having it all and having so much money that you leave a legacy. The devil's never going to give you that. He's going to solve the immediate problem of what's right before you. He's not going to give you the long-term 10 of Pentacles of having it all. Happy home. Even the dog's happy. Look at him smiling there. This is beautiful. I'm putting it next to the Empress and the Emperor. Please claim that Emperor energy as your own, not as wanting a boss. You cannot have the Ten of Pentacles working for someone else. You just can't. You have to leave a legacy with the Ten of Pentacles, and that means you built something. Wow. All right. Some oracle cards here, and we are getting mending. This is all about just emotional healing. It's emotional healing. I think you just went through that. Honestly, the Judgment card, that spirit working on rebirthing you. What a reading. Dropping all the cards. All right, we are getting poised. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Poised is you. Let's just put that next to the Magician. Poised. You are ready to create something really magical with the Ten of Pentacles coming out. You are poised to create. You are poised to be the Empress. You are poised to have everything that you could ever want. You have everything you need in order to make this all happen. You're just going to be tempted, kind of like Jesus going off into the desert and he's tempted, right? You're going to be tempted to give up your power, and Spirit saying, please don't. Please don't. Claim this reading. Claim this for yourself. Claim your Ace of Pentacles. Claim your Ace of Cups. Claim all of this, please, for me. I really want the best for you. I hope this reading was helpful to you, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. If this reading helped you in any way, please subscribe for more like this. The next couple of weeks are going to be a little dicey for me. I have to travel and I got some family stuff going on, but I will be back for sure, at least for the September readings. We got eclipses going on. It is the perfect time for you to really claim your power, because eclipses will just empower you even further. Such good energy. Mercury is also with this eclipse on the 12th. Mercury is in the same vicinity. It's right there next door to where the eclipse is happening. So your ruler is actually being impacted by all of this. So just stay in your power no matter what. Thanks for being here.